Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle.
Hey Ria Squad, it's me Maddie, and today I'm doing something that I have never done before. I'm going to be doing my makeup tutorial. So I'm going to show you guys step by step how I do my makeup. I'm really excited for this video. I haven't done like any really challenges on my video. The first challenge that I did was wearing long nails and the Bean Boozled challenge. I think that's the only challenges that I did. So yeah. So here's a banger for you guys. There's gonna be more challenges coming. I just have to really think of challenges to actually do. But yeah, half of the time we're going out somewhere, so it's not really I really don't have time for challenges, but we're gonna make it work because you know I'm sure you guys want bangers and challenges because that's what YouTubers do. So the first thing I do is tie my hair up. I have a scrunchie, and that's the first thing I do so my makeup won't get in the way. And I either put it in an upper ponytail or a regular down ponytail. Down ponytail is a little harder because the hair is so long. So it's harder to grip, so don't judge me if I'm taking super duper long for this one little ponytail. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to put this in an upper ponytail. Upper ponytails work better for me anyway, so I'm not mad at this. And I might look crazy, but whatever. Wait, whatever. Ooh, this scrunchie is real little, y'all. Hold up. This takes me a little bit because the hair is like a little struggle to actually get so goodness. I know my cat did not just knock down that wire. Look at my cat. He just got the whole wire out. Okay. Okay, we're getting there, y'all. Okay. So now all of my hair is out the way, but it's something. Okay. So the hair's so thick, y'all. It's a lot. Okay, so that just made me hot. Okay, so I have a little mirror here that I use. So you guys, alright you guys, I am back. I had to move him away from the wires, but basically get a wipe and put foam on it. One pup should be good. So these are cocoa butter cleansing wipes, so get you some. Okay, and then this is a foaming cleanser that I use. So yeah. So I'm just gonna put this on our face. And you guys can hear my cat probably in the background. So just get your face all cleaned up. Get it cleaned up. Yeah, get it cleaned up. Scrub the double dub. Okay, and I put that somewhere. And then I take another wipe and wipe all the soap off. Wipe all the excess. And then I get a paper towel and dry my face off. So you can use it with a rag to dry your face off, but I just clean my face like that. So that's an easy way to clean your face. You can do it by putting the cleanser on your face and using your brush. I had one, but mine broke, so I don't have one no more. So this is what I do, and I just get all the excess off. And you guys know I'm looking in the mirror. Okay, so now that's out the way, I'm just gonna move this. Gonna move my napkins out the way. Okay, first things first, what I do is foundation. Okay, so I get a few squirts, just maybe one large squirt Cause this foundation really, like, it goes everywhere, like. So I'm just gonna blend it in on my hand and pat my face and put it everywhere I can possibly put it. Like I said, I'm looking in this little mirror. So I'm going to, normally like when I'm really focusing on what I'm doing, I don't talk. But today we're gonna have to talk, so let's just answer some questions that I have got in my head. I just put them. Okay, so I'm just going to be telling you guys about myself. So I was originally born in Philadelphia, West Philadelphia, PA, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people call it PA. A lot of people call it Pennsylvania. My family calls it PA, so I go with PA. So I was originally born there, and I was born in Children's Hospital. And yeah, so my mom actually never told me the exact time I was born. So I really don't know the exact time. I actually never actually asked her, like, Mom, what's the exact time that I was born? I actually never asked her that. So that's something to ask her maybe. But yeah, I was born there, and I was born April 6, 2009. And which means I am 11 years old, and yeah, so I'm 11 years old if you guys did not know. Half of you guys should know that because I posted that on my Dub Smash before, but I think that video got deleted, so maybe if you saw that before it got deleted, then you know what. If you didn't, then sorry. Okay, so story time. So yesterday, you guys know that we came back from the road trip, so maybe this is just like a story time. Okay, so we're gonna turn this into a story time and a Q&A. So basically yesterday we was driving. We was like maybe an hour and 30 minutes away from home, and my mom gets this alert on her phone saying that in North Carolina there is a missing person, Amber Alert. So if you guys don't know what Amber Alert means, it's a missing person. Somebody went missing, or yeah, something like that. So we get the alert on her phone. It stops her GPS, and we get the alert on her phone. We see it. I didn't really see it because I was in the back seat, so we didn't really. My mom stopped, like the music stopped and everything. So my mom didn't read it out loud, so I really didn't know what it said. I had to scoot up because I had my seatbelt on, so I scooted up into the chair. I mean, into the front seat to see, and all I see is Amber Alert. And at that time, I was asleep, so I was confused. So I'm like, what is this alert for? And I see Amber Alert, and my sister's asking, what does Amber Alert mean? And my mom tells her that it means somebody's missing. So sorry, I'm putting on a lot of foundation because I'm trying to cover up all my dark spots. Okay, so we read the Amber Alert, and I'm like, okay, this is not giving information until I see the name of the car. It was a white Chevy. So yeah, it was white Chevy. And we look into it, and then I look on my phone to get a little bit more details, and so I can see a little bit closer because I really couldn't see, and I didn't want to really buckle my seatbelt and like move forward because that's a bad decision to make. It's just a little alert. And then I'm like, okay, this is just a little alert. I don't even know what it really means. Like, I never saw a person actually like get kidnapped or something, or nobody in my family actually got kidnapped, so I really didn't pay no attention. Mind you, I just woke up from my little nap. So I look at my phone because my phone was in the little cup holder, and you know, I'm reading through it, and it has a driver's license. I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody just got kidnapped. And I asked my Mom, is this right at this time? Mind you, the time that it happened was on the Amber Alert. So, yeah, I was just not using my eyes. So, I look at it and I'm like, oh, it said 50 minutes ago. I'm like, 50 minutes ago when they give an Amber Alert now? Well, and then my mom was like, oh no, they had to actually figure out what's going on before they actually give out an Amber Alert, because it could just be somebody who is getting their kid or something like that. So she exactly explained to me why they gave a 50-minute alert instead of right then and there alert. Okay, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I am in Fayetteville. This is where the kidnap happened 50 minutes ago. I am wilding out. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, somebody literally got kidnapped where I'm at in this part of Fayetteville. And I'm like, wow. Like, I'm just blown away, because I'm like, I actually never had an Amber Alert. Like, I never experienced the Amber Alert. And I'm like, oh my gosh. If you guys don't know what I'm putting on right now, I'm putting on powder and yeah. So I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody just got kidnapped right where I'm at. And I'm like, are they okay? But I'm also like, oh my gosh, like somebody just got kidnapped. And you know, I'm not worried because I'm in the car with my mom, but that does not mean anything. But I'm just like, I'm not worried, but I am worried about that person. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, somebody, I'm like so blown away. So I make a screen recording, and me and my mom's talking, and we're talking about like how we need to pray for this person and ask that they're okay. And we prayed for them, and we asked that they were okay. Like, I was so confused, and the whole time I was thinking, oh my gosh, it's a girl. Oh my gosh, it's a girl. Oh my gosh, it's a girl. Because, you know, I don't know, all the crime shows that I've seen, it's always a girl. So I'm like, oh my gosh, did a girl just get kidnapped? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope they're okay. I hope nothing bad is happening to them. Because when people get kidnapped, there's a lot of bad stuff that can happen. And I'm not going to say exactly what can happen, because there could be little kids watching right now. But I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody just, I was just blown away. I never experienced that. So now, I am going to put on concealer. I do my powder first. I don't know why. It's just something I do. So I'm like, oh my goodness, somebody. I'm just like blown away. Okay, so, you know, I am nervous, kind of nervous, because, you know, you don't know what can happen at that time. And then, what a coincidence. So we see the Amber Alert, and we're looking, you know, we're reading it really closely, and we try to see if we can find a white Chevy. Little do we know, there's a white Chevy right in front of us, okay? So there's a white Chevy right in front of us, and we like, oh my gosh, is that the person that is in that car that's getting kidnapped? And my mom's like, oh no, it's we are looking wrong, because you know, on Amber Alerts they give the driver's license of the person. So we're like, okay, is this person? Like, we literally have the person right in front of us, and we're like, oh my gosh, we need to call 911. Okay. My mom's like, oh no, that's not the car. I'm like, Mom, it's a white Chevy. She's like, look at the license plate. I'm like, OMG, that's not the license plate. So we carefully look at the license plate. We carefully look to see, because, you know, that actually could be the car. So we look at it like a few times, and we're like, oh no, that's actually not the car. And I'm telling my mom, what a coincidence. This is a white Chevy. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, what a coincidence. Okay, so a few minutes in, I decided to let people know about this. And I decided to let people know. You guys, I'm using concealer to do my eyebrows. I know. I'm not doing them actually, but I was just shaping them. So I'm like, oh my goodness, what a coincidence. So I'm like, you know, let's tell people to help the person that's being being kidnapped or is kidnapped. So, you know, I use this brush for my concealer. So I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and post this on my Dub Smash. So I do a screen record, and I screenshotted the Amber Alert that was on my phone. And if you guys did not see that video, it was last night. Go check that out. I will leave my Dub Smash in the description, but go check that out. I do a screen recording. I do a screenshot of the Amber Alert that was on my phone, and you know, I screen recorded it. So I took a screenshot first, and then I screen recorded it, me going to the photos and showing that a person has been kidnapped in the area that I am in. So once I'm done the screen recording, it took like a good 10 seconds for the screen recording, just so people can really see. So I took 10 seconds for that screen recording, and I'm just like, okay, let's go ahead and post this on Dub Smash, just in case a person that is in my Dub Smash is writing and they see this car. So I'm like, okay, let's just do it. I don't even know. It was like 9 something. So I'm like, okay, people could still be up driving. So I'm like, why not just do it? So I do it, and I post it on my Dub Smash, and I'm like, help this person, da 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 da. No, I am not the victim. And because I don't want to make it seem like I am in this car, because the way that I was stating it, I was like, OMG, we need to help this. We need to help. And I didn't want to make it seem like I was in trouble, and then somebody calls the police and I get in big trouble. So I state that no, I am not the victim in this situation. I am okay, and I'm driving with my mom. So I say that, and nobody texts back like, OMG, you're lying and I saw a car, because on the screen recording you can see that I was in a car. But you guys know I was on the road trip. So no, I didn't get no texts, nothing like that. So I'm not worried about anybody thinking that I am the victim. So I just keep on going, and I'm typing things that I want to say for my Dub Smash and things like that. So I, I do my Dub Smash, and I write things like, I'm not the victim, and please help this person. If you do see this person, call 911. And if you do see this car, call 911. And I forgot to actually add, don't play. So nobody actually played. Hopefully nobody actually played. I really didn't. I don't know what's going on in people's life. So hopefully nobody played around with it, because actually somebody was actually getting kidnapped at that moment. So hopefully nobody played around with my Dub Smash, because it was actually serious. And I know a whole bunch of people thought it was fake. I don't know. Okay, so I'm looking through my Dub Smash just to see if I got any text, and I'm like, in my text, I'm like, who can do it? Who can find the person that's getting kidnapped? Okay, so I haven't looked on Dub Smash today yet, but I will, to see if anybody responded to my text or is asking questions. So I posted on my Dub Smash, and it got 17 views in 1 minute. So I'm like, OMG, people are actually looking at this. And of course, I know people are worried. I know like how much people are actually looking at this. Okay, I don't know how many views I have got now, but 1 minute in, and it hit 17 views. So I'm like, OMG, people are actually looking at this, so people might actually follow this. Okay, so I don't know who actually followed it, but yeah, so we are, I haven't got an Amber Alert that the person was found. I haven't got none of that, unless I am just not looking. Because if I see after the video that the person was found, I'm going to definitely post the Dub Smash, so they won't be looking for a white Chevy, okay? So they won't be looking around and wasting their time. So after this video, once I'm done my makeup, I'm going to go on Dub Smash. I'm going to go through my notifications, and if I see that they are found, then I will be okay. Okay, so now that we are done, that it's time for some contour, and this is what my makeup's looking like right now. So, I'm super nervous. Like, I don't really know. Like I said, I never been through an Amber Alert or any type of situation like that. So, of course, I'm scared. Sorry, my thing just broke. Okay, so of course I'm scared, and I have no clue what to do. So, that's my first thing to think of. Like, post it. Like, show people that a person is in trouble and they need your help to fix their problem. So that was my first guess, and I'm doing contour right now. So we get in the house, and we didn't get no more notifications of anything like a different car now is like being used for this or something like that. So we didn't get no more notifications, and the whole night I stayed up thinking about this person. Like, OMG, what if what if they are like in trouble and they just can't get no contact? I'm just overthinking the situation really, really bad, and I start to get myself scared, and I'm like, OMG, what if this happens to me? Like, I just start overthinking the whole thing. So, you know, next morning I get up in a happy mood, and I forgot about it at this point. So I wake up, and then we go to Walmart, and I I was mysterious because I'm like, okay, this is my chance to spot something. And this is my chance to spot something. And I was, trying to see, like, while we was going walking, to see if I spotted a white Chevy. And I spotted a black one, but I didn't spot a white one. So I'm like, okay, we didn't spot anything yet, so I don't have to call 911. Okay, so you guys saw the video where I went shopping. I saw the black Chevy, and no, that's not what they're looking for. And no, it didn't have the same license plate as the person. So then, when we walk out the store, I see a white Chevy. And like I said, what a coincidence. Like, oh my G, OMG. I see 2 white Chevys yesterday, and I see one today. So I'm like, OMG, I'm really going to find this person. Like, Jesus is giving me a sign of, you're going to find this person. So, I'm looking, and I see the car, and I'm like, OMG. I didn't say nothing. I was just like, I just said OMG in my mind. And I'm like, OMG, is this the car? And they're at Walmart. What if they're getting another victim? So, I'm looking, and I'm really looking at the license plate. And unfortunately, it was not the license plate. And I'm like, this is a sign. This is literally a sign. So, I just mind my business because it's not the license plate, and I had my phone at the time, so the Amber Alert is still on my phone till right now. And I didn't pay it no mind. So yeah. So that's basically the story time, and like I said, I did not see nothing about the person, so we're still waiting on notifications about the person, but I really hope that they're okay. But because that story time is done and I'm not done my makeup yet, let's talk about how we almost got into a car accident, okay? Okay, luckily we're fine. Okay, so my mom, we were coming back, not coming back. We were coming back from my grandma's house, and we needed to get a little few things before we go home. So Walmart is right down the street from my house. So we decided to go. And we're looking for parking and stuff, and we get hungry, so we go to Chick-fil-A, and yeah, so we go to Chick-fil-A, and once we're done, we're eating, and actually, no, we didn't come back from my grandma's house. We came back from our house, and my mom was about to start my hair that day, so that's the day that she was going to start my hair, but changed her mind. So that day she was going to start me and my sister's hair, but then my grandma said that she wanted her hair done for her birthday. If you guys saw that video, yeah. Then she realized that she wanted her hair done again for her birthday. My mom had did her hair 3 weeks before that, and it looked good. Okay, it looked still good, and my hair doesn't. Okay, so my mom's like, okay, well, I'll do that. So we went to Walmart, and we did not go to Chick-fil-A. We went to Wendy's. So before we went to Walmart, we got a 4-for-4 meal, and yeah. So we was eating in the car, and we're like, OMG, we still have to go to Walmart, and we still have to do our grandma's hair at 3 o'clock. So that video, no, that wasn't that video. It was. That was the day that I posted the day in the life, but it got copyrighted. So I don't know if some of you guys can see that, but I can still on my channel. And that was the day I went to the car wash and everything. So, that was the day that my grandma was going to get her hair done, because her birthday was in 2 days. So she's like, okay, let's get my hair done. And you guys, I'm using concealer for my eyes before I put on my eyeshadow. So, we stop at Wendy's, and we're like, we have to hurry up too, because we still have to go to Walmart, and my mom still has to do her hair, and we still have to go to the hair store. So we hurry up and try to go as fast as we can. We go to the hair store, and I had did a little short clip of me coming out the hair store. We went into the hair store and then we went to Walmart. Okay, so when we were still eating our food because we still had a little bit of more food left. So we finished that, and while we was on our way to Walmart from the hair store, we was finishing our food, like I said. So we finished our food and we are trying to find some parking space because there's never parking space at Walmart. So we try to find some, and then there's this black car that comes and it's coming the wrong direction. So my mom is actually going the right direction, but that car is going the wrong direction. So we're like, we didn't see it at the moment because my mom was turning and he wasn't. He was trying to go straight. But there was a stop sign, little did he know. Yes, it was a guy. And how do I know that? You'll see. So my mom was like going around the parking lot, and I'm putting on my eyeshadow now. My mom was going around the parking lot and she was like, OMG, I can't find no parking. This is so bad. So because like I said, we had to hurry up to get back to my grandma. We had to buy our cat food and stuff, and just get little things that we needed around the house. So we get things. We find a parking spot right across the street from where we're at, and the guy was in a rush. I don't know if he was trying to take the parking spot because he saw it first. Who knows? But he was actually in a rush, and we turned and he was not supposed to go straight. So he went straight and we turned, and my mom almost hit the car because he wasn't supposed to go. He was not supposed to go on that turn that we were supposed to go on. I don't know if he did not see the stop sign. I don't know if he was trying to be smart. I don't know if he was trying to take the parking spot. Or I don't know if he was just rushing. So, my mom almost hit the car, and we have our food and stuff in our hands because, like I said, we were still eating and trying to finish our food before we got into Walmart, or trying to finish as much food as we possibly can before we get out and go. So, my mom is nervous, and she made like a screaming noise, and we did not record at the time. So we was not recording at that moment. And she almost hit the car, and the guy rolled down his window, and I don't know exactly what he was saying, but he was making a hate comment. And we're like, how can you make a hate comment? And that was your fault. Luckily, Jesus was by our side, and he did not let us go into a car accident because that would have been a heck. That would have been a wreck, a heck, whatever you want to call it. So luckily, we made it into the store safe. And me and my sister, our hearts dropped. All we could hear is my mom screaming because we was doing a video and we was facing the back seat. So all we could see the seat, not the road. So say if you were sitting, your mom's driving, and you're sitting like this, can't see the road. You can see the trunk, but you can't see the actual road. And all we hear is her scream and stop the brakes immediately. Like, they were this close from hitting each other. My mom was going this way and he was turning, and bam, they was like that close. I'm like, OMG, what if that actually happened? And we were scared. My mom was scared. Everybody in the car was scared. My sister, me, and my mom. So we get the parking spot that we wanted, and we don't know where the guy went, but he went somewhere different. And so we walk into Walmart, and then that was that. So we almost got into a car accident. So I'm working on my eyeshadow now. I know it's taking me a long time. I'm just trying to blend it and make it even. Okay, so I did a pink one, and now it's time to step in with the glitter under the eyes. Glitter 1. Glitter 2. Okay, so we're just going to put a little bit of that glitter on top of the pink. So basically that's how we almost got into a car accident. Luckily we didn't, but that's basically how we almost did. So, if you guys want me to keep doing story times, tell me. Tell me in the comments. You should do more story times or this and that. So, yeah, because I have a lot of story times. Maybe I should do one more just to give you guys a little jazz. Okay, this one needs a little more. Okay, so hold up, wait a minute. Gotta add some more pink because I almost couldn't remember. Okay, so ooh, maybe I should tell how my grandma scared me when I was little. Okay, so this was like years back when we actually had our own house. Now we don't. So, you know, it was nighttime and I don't know exactly what I was doing. I don't really know. We were with my grandmom though, and everybody was in the house, and I'm just blending my eyeshadow together, by the way. So, you know, we was blending. We was doing something, and I remember I got something for my birthday. So I got this little tablet. Hold up. Itchy throat. Okay, so I remember getting something for my birthday because my birthday had just passed, and of course it was for my grandma, and that was her house. We live with my grandma at the moment because something happened. And no, I would not do a story time on that because I feel like it's something personal in my life. Yes, maybe when I'm older, but right now, no. But, you know, we was living with our grandma, and, you know, she had got me something for my birthday, and I love it was like a little diary that could talk to you, and you can play games on it. So it was like really, really cute, and I loved it because I was like 5 or 6. So, you know, I think every kid is scared of everything when they're like 5 and 6 because, you know, they just don't know what's going on. So they're scared of literally everything. So, you know, I get the birthday present, and I remember me sitting on the couch for a few minutes. Go away. I remember sitting on the couch playing with my little diary. So, you know, it was a school night, I believe. I was thinking this was school night because I had to go to bed early. So, you know, my grandma was like, okay, Madison, it's time to go to bed. So I'm like, okay. My grandma or my mom said that, one of them. So I'm like, okay, no problem. I was little and I was tired because I had just done so much for my birthday and it was tiring. I think every kid gets tired when they have done a lot and they just want to go to sleep. So, you know, I wasn't mad. I'm like, okay, yes, do it. Let's go. So, you know, being a kid, I'm like, okay, whatever. And me being young, I'm like, okay, I just have to go to bed. Not hard. So, I put my game away because of course I couldn't have it when I was going to bed. So I put my little diary on the couch. I get up and mysteriously my grandma gets up with me. So I don't think she did this on purpose, but I just got scared of it, okay? And it still haunts me today. Like, it still haunts me. And I'm like, why did she do that? Okay. But like I was saying, you know, she gets up behind me, and me thinking like, okay, she's just probably coming to give me a kiss. Good night. And my family did that, so like when I went to bed, they would come give me a kiss good night. So I didn't really think anything of it. So, you know, I'm walking upstairs, and I literally, like, I'm walking upstairs, and I'm looking at her behind me because I'm like, yeah, she's about to give me a kiss good night. And who's knocking on the door? Mom! Somebody knocked on the door.
Do you need that mic?
You guys, somebody knocking at the door.
Thank you.
Looks like a package is here.
This is something that's on my right school.
Dang. Okay, guys. So it's something from your school. Okay. So, sorry so she's walking behind me, and I'm like, okay. You know, I didn't think anything of it. I was little, and I just keep looking back at her, and I was confused. I didn't know why she was. And I'm walking a little bit slow because I wasn't running up the stairs. So I was walking a little bit slower than I walk now. And I was like, okay. So I go into my room, and then when I'm walking down the hallway, I'm walking, and all I can see her is doing, she makes this scary face, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, she makes this, like, scary face, like, if she, like, if she's trying to do something, like, make me scared. And like I said, I don't know if she did this on purpose, but I really don't think she would do that on purpose. My grandmama's not a scary person. Like, if you get to meet her, she's really sweet. So she's not a scary person. So I'm like, I walked to my room, and all I could see her is making this face through the banister. And we had a banister. It was going like, this was the hallway, and then the banister was right here. It was like a white banister, and it had a brown walking, like, you know, when you walk downstairs, and there's like a little ledge right there. So I have that. And, you know, I'm just looking back at her. I keep looking back at her because I'm confused. I don't really know what's happening. So I just keep looking back at her. And when I look back at her, she's making this crazy, scary face, and it haunts me now. It's still haunting me. And I went to bed, and she's still there. Like, she's still there making that face, and I'm like, is she trying to purposely scare me? Like, I was scared for my life. Like, I'm like, is she crazy? Is she trying to scare me? Is she doing a prank? I don't know. I wasn't into YouTube. I never knew that you can do YouTube videos. I didn't know none of that. So, you know, I was like 5 or something. So I walk up to my bedroom, and I'm like, OMG, like, why is she still there? And, you know, she comes up, and she walks, like, really fast, like if she's trying to, like, you know, in horror movies where they come chase you, like, when you're really scared. That's how I felt. So, you know, she comes, and she was like running up the stairs, like, kind of running up the stairs, but she was, like, speed walking. And I get into my bed, and I cover my face with the covers, and she was like, Madison, why are you hiding? And I was like, Grandma, you just made that scary face. And I didn't talk to her. Like, I didn't say nothing, but I was thinking that in my head, and she was just like, Madison. She kept calling my name, and then she was like whispering, like, Madison, Madison, Madison. And I'm like getting nervous, and then she was like, Madison. And like a deeper tone, because she didn't know what was wrong with me. She didn't think that she was being scary, but to me she was. So, you know, she's like, Madison, Madison, Madison. So she gets a little bit deeper with her voice, and I'm like, what's happening with my grandma? Because she never did this before. And she's like, Madison, who said that you had to go to bed? And I'm like, I thought you just said I had to go to bed. And I'm like, this is crazy, because I thought I was hearing stuff. And she was like, I told you to put your game up. And she was like, what? I was like, wait, really? And I'm like confused. And she was like, I told you to put your game up because you have another present from me. And I'm like, OMG. So I'm like, is she pranking me, or I'm really scared and I'm hearing stuff? I don't know what happened that day, but I think I was hearing stuff, because she told me that she did not say go to bed. And then she was making those creepy faces and trying to, like, I don't know. She, like, was speed walking up the stairs. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was a dream. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if I don't know. So to this day, it still haunts me. Was I hallucinating, or was I just having a dream, or was she really doing that and just pranking me or trying to get me scared? So till this day, I still don't know actually why she did that, but it was really scary, and I actually am still scared to this day. I still need a little highlighter, but I'm about to show you guys my finished look. All I have to do is put on lip gloss, and then my look will be all done.
I got clay.
Really? That's not clay, that's chalk. Okay, so.
It's not chalk. Oh no, I did get clay.
Okay, so, like I was saying, that scared me to this day. Like, I'm still confused on why she did that. But I really don't have no story time. I'm about to put on my glossy lip gloss and this, and I still have to put on mascara. So I'm still gonna put on mascara.
I don't know what all of this stuff is for, so I'm about to go ask mommy.
So I'm just putting on my mascara that I always use. Like, I'm probably gonna be done in about a few weeks because I use this like all the time. So comment down below if your parents scare you or your grandparents. Like, that was the most scariest day of my life. I don't know if I was hallucinating or what. I don't know if I was just acting crazy or I was actually crazy. And I've never done that in my life. So I think, like, I was hallucinating a little. Like, I don't even know what happened. Like, I still don't know why I was feeling that way. And she said she didn't do anything. But, you know, whatever happens, that happens for a reason. And she hasn't done anything scary my whole life. Like, she had never done that. And she still doesn't do that. So I think I was just hallucinating, actually. Like, I don't know. It was just really scary. And she was like, Madison, what are you doing? And for a reason, I'm like, okay, that's why she ran up the stairs. And then I'm like, why was she making those creepy faces, though? Or I was just seeing things, hallucinating. So, you know, I am still really curious on why that happened. And, you know, I'm still really curious and actually why I felt that way or why I saw things that way. Maybe it was a sign, I'm not sure. And, you know, scary things are still happening to me. Like, I have dreams about really scary things sometimes, but it's just like things that I watch. I'd be like, OMG, is this happening in real life? And I wake up from my dream and I see things in the dark. But I think that's normal. I think that's normal for every kid. Like, they see things in the dark. So I don't really think I'm hallucinating on that. But for me to see my grandma making faces and she says she's not is really scary. So, and you know, I still have hallucinating things like when that girl, like, I don't know who it was. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. When somebody got kidnapped, I was hallucinating a lot. I was seeing like things and it wasn't even in the dark. I actually saw things in the daylight. And I was seeing things, and I'm just like hallucinating a lot through my teenage years. So comment down below if, like, when you're a teenager or about to be a teenager, do you feel weird? Like, are your body trying to tell you things? So I'm gonna show you guys my after look. Alright, you guys can see. Okay, so this is my after look. So I'm going to show you guys. And this took me about an hour maybe. And I'm gonna let my hair down. Mariah, you dropped that board.
I did?
Uh-huh. When, I don't know how it fell, but you dropped it. Okay, so. Oh, why is it tangled? Okay. Try to not mess up my makeup. Even though I'm probably gonna wipe it off after this video. So this is the final look.
You know what I want to do? I want to do a video where I get to do.
So how? We should do okay, okay, so the video is probably not gonna be out today. It's probably gonna be out tomorrow, but we're gonna probably do a challenge, blindfolded makeup.
Wait, I want to do your makeup though. Can I just do the makeup?
We gotta, so you can, okay. I'll see you guys. I love you guys so much. Bye.